The Oseberg ship burial. If Egil Skallagrimsson's saga shows us the Viking world in words, then the Oseberg ship shows it to us in wood. It was in the summer of 1904, on a farm near the Oslofjord in Norway, that workers struck something unexpected. Not ordinary soil, but timbers, curved and carved, resting beneath the earth. Archaeologists soon uncovered what would become one of the most extraordinary discoveries of the Viking Age: the Oseberg ship burial. What emerged was not just a vessel, but a piece of artistry. Nearly 22 meters long, its prow rose in a sweeping arc, its curves carved into spirals of interlacing patterns, serpents and tendrils, a tangle of lines that seemed to move even when still. Unlike the blunt image of Viking ships we often hold in our minds, this one seemed almost too elegant, more a sculpture than a tool of war. Inside the burial mound, time had preserved a story. 2 women had been laid to rest within the ship. Their identities are still debated. Perhaps a queen and her handmaiden, perhaps a priestess and her companion. Whoever they were, the richness of their grave goods spoke of high status. Beds and carts, woven tapestries, carved sleighs, buckets bound in iron, and even intricately decorated animal head posts were placed alongside them. It was not a burial of necessity, but of ceremony and afterlife, equipped with beauty as much as with function. The women themselves became part of the mystery. One was older, perhaps in her 70s, her body showing signs of illness and frailty. The other, younger, still in the strength of her life. Together, they suggest a story that remains untold. Were they related by blood, by power, by ritual? Archaeology gives us the pieces, but not always the answer. As scholars examined the find, what struck many was how the Oseberg burial redefined our image of Viking society. The common picture of axe-wielding warriors was here replaced by something far more complex. A glimpse of ceremony, artistry, and reverence. The ship itself was not built for battle, but for display, with too delicate a structure to withstand the long voyages across open seas. It was, instead, a vessel of status built to carry not just bodies, but the weight of memory and legacy. Even today, the ship rests in the Viking Ship Museum in Oslo. Its timbers darkened with age, its carvings still rippling like frozen waves. Visitors walk quietly alongside it, aware that they are standing before something that once carried both life and death. Both the ordinary touch of craftsman and the extraordinary symbolism of ritual. And so, the Oseberg ship burial becomes less a tale of raiding and conquest, and more a reflection of what the Vikings valued in their final moments. In its silence, it tells us that theirs was a culture where ships were not only tools of survival, but also symbols of passage vehicles, not just across the seas of this world, but across the unknown waters of the next. From here, our journey does not end with ships and graves. For the Vikings left behind more than wood and earth. They left behind entire systems of honor, ritual, and society rituals that can seem strange to us today, yet were once central to their way of life. And it is there we must now turn.